even our even when my dad was here, I remember my dad used to have catch, in the heart. So people said, it's got to do with some issues in the heart, and plus he's 75 years at that point. This is when he was 75. Then you must go and get some test done. So we took him to the hospital. We had a ECG by saying what's it that fluctuations.
ECG had variations.
ECG variations. And the doctor said he has to undergo angio and please bring him tomorrow. So we had fixed it up for that. But it so happened, my father said very categorically to us, I lived a very good life and I don't want any more hospital admission. He's like, he has never visited a hospital. That's the word I would say. He was always been very, very healthy. And see, he said, I've never visited hospital and nor I would want to do it. So if anything happens also, it's okay. So he gave us that assurance. Based on that assurance, okay, we did not insist him for angiography. Though, in our hearts of hearts, we were thinking like, are we doing the right decision? But then, and my mother also supported his decision. So all the more it became we got convinced about it. You would believe just after a week or so, he went through a major detox. Like I said, my father we have never seen a father sick, never visited the hospital, never had any treatment. For such a person suddenly going through a big churning, like, continuous loose motions and vomiting. And it was like terrible, it was. He had it at least, and we were very concerned, like what is happening. Like, then, of course, every time we would do that Guruji's protocol, we followed only that. We never took him for any admission. But looking back, whatever uh, decision he took for that heart ailment, whatever thing, I think, and trust in Guruji, because my father does healing very often. For anything you give him, he will heal and only drink water, food, carriages, anything you give him, he will heal first. And if he's sitting idle, he will keep healing his throat and all that. So I think that my father's surrender for Guruji brought that detox, I think. And when he transitioned at 94, he never had any heart issues. Never had. And the second thing is when he developed suddenly had a bloated stomach, and he had urinal issues, like, he would pass prostate issues, and he would take lot of time in the bathroom. This happened, I think, when he was about 78.
88. Yeah.
Okay, 88 years. At 88, he developed this prostate issue, and he had a bloated stomach and all that. So we had taken him to the doctor because we wanted to see why his stomach is getting bloated, and plus his urine was not continuous. That's what he used to say. Then the doctor, without even diagnosing, he said he has to undergo surgery. And we know prostate surgery is very difficult. Not all prostate surgeries are successful. So we were wondering, my God, now this doctor is saying surgery, like, And first, before that, doctor said one procedure I need to do. First, I need to bring out I need to empty his bladder. It's very important. Otherwise, it's not good for his, prostate. Then he didn't allow, we paid for the procedure. I don't know what happened to my dad. My dad did not allow that procedure to happen. He said, no, I want to go meet my son. I want to ask him forgiveness. I said, what is it? Suddenly you're talking all this. So then he did not allow the doctor to do that procedure. Then finally, because of his standard, my dad never does it. My dad is very.
Actually, we got I have got all the medicines.
Medicines, everything.
Everything was.
And he's very always he listens to us. But that point, I don't know, the tantrums that the doctor saw. He said, okay, you come later on. He said he himself agreed upon leaving us. So then we left, and by then my brother got another doctor fixed, and that evening we took him. The doctor said he did that procedure, and he also said he doesn't need surgery. He taught us that catheter, you need to insert the catheter to remove his urine. You need to do it thrice a day. people in the house. Either you appoint a nurse who can come and do it every day, or people in the house only can learn it. So even that aspect of his health was addressed very nicely. That he did not go for any surgery or anything. Because till 94 we kept doing. All of us used to take turns to do that catheter every in the morning, the afternoon, in the night. So that was again one more miracle for us in our, related to my dad. And second thing, when Guruji came in the 2010, right? And during that visit, Guruji said he will be prone to falling. He will keep falling. You better be careful. Somebody has to be always with them. And my father used to be a fitness freak. He used to go every day for walking and all that. But subsequently, after 88, you would go very less. We would do the walking within the house. You would go out also. But is like what Guruji said. Guruji told 10 years in advance that my father will fall. Like that's what we keep telling people. If Guruji says it's not for that moment, it is going to come for you. Like for me, when he spoke about my eye issues, he spoke 10, 15 years
Optical nerve, we told long time.
long time ago. So, I got that actual issue only after 15 years or something. Then, since it happened with the same thing with my dad also. And the best thing to mention here is my dad would fall. He has fallen many times. Guruji, as per what Guruji predicted. But every time he fell, he would not get hurt. And the domestic help who works in a house, she said, इफ यू सी हिम दीदी आप पापा को देखेंगे ना वो अजीब सा गिरते हैं कोई पकड़ते हैं उनको एक्चुअली
It's like a slow motion fall, as if somebody is catching him.
him. So every fall he would fall. I think it was there in his part of the journey, but every time he was he like saved. Like he would fall flat. He fell like that also in the bathroom and all that. But every time, not a single time we took him to any doctor that because he fell, he broke his back or something. Not a single time. And the number of falls were more.
Quite a lot.
Quite
He had
a lot.
bleeding also coming from his head, but it was all.
Everything was treated at home only. We kept turmeric and all that. Then Guruji also predicted about my dad. One more thing is that as he will have a long life, and he's also a foodie. So and my Guruji knows how my dad troubles in the timetable. He wants everything as per his this thing, choice. So he's very sweet. He loves sweets and all that stuff. So but Guruji to him, he has told us if he wants, he can have sweets and all that. So, so we would give him sweets in moderation. So he told Guruji said that your dad will slowly face off food.
He said
slowly water.
he will leave favorite food, then he will leave solid foods, then he'll come to liquid, then he will leave even water, then he'll stop talking. Exactly the same scripture my father-in-law found. He stopped taking his favorite food. One fine day he said, I'll stop taking eggs. Then rice he stopped. Then he said, no solids, only liquids. And
Then he
slowly water also refused.
stopped talking. I remember calling Guruji that I cried to him because on the next day, I think, or one day prior to that, I called Guruji. I'm feeling very low, Guruji. I want a lot of strength from to treat my dad, to be with him. So Guruji said, no, that's your duty. I said, no, I've been doing my duty, but I need a lot of strength. So I don't know. Again, I don't know why I asked him, why I called Guruji and asked him. The next day morning at 4,
he don't give carrot juice.
He said, Guruji said, give him carrot juice. So I gave him one full glass of carrot juice. At that time, my father said, you're not doing the right thing. Because he stopped talking, he stopped taking food and all that. But that particular day, I had to force him because Guruji instructed us to have to give him carrot juice. And since I said no, Guruji has told you to take carrot juice, he also quietly took the carrot juice. But looking back, Guruji always says even to leave the body, one needs to have strength,
energy.
So in that 5 days, where he was in bed, that he did not take anything. That carrot juice was the one who actually accelerated him to
The transition.
it happened. And not only that, at 4 o'clock in the morning, we woke up and we wanted to adjust his posture. And that time we realized his pulse rate was going down. And immediately, I woke up. My mom said, "Dad is leaving us, so start chanting Om Shanti." So we started doing that, and by then we also made calls to my brother and all that. My friend Vidya was in Mysore, so we called her also. Then things happened very smoothly, and then the doctor also came. So Vidya asked me a question like, "How do you know that your father is leaving? How can you say he could be in coma also? How could you use a word saying that dad is leaving us? Come and chat Om Shanti. How can you tell your mom that?" Then again I said, "I really did not know. I think if you look at it's all Guruji, and Guruji comes and speaks. That's how I would take it." So
Almost 3 4 days before my father-in-law's passing away, in meditation, one of the meditations, I had it was mild, my conversation with Guruji. And in fact, Guruji is asking my father-in-law, uh, he's saying that, would you want to stay or would you want to go to the next level, transition to the next? So my father-in-law said, I've lived a good life. I want all this, what my daughter is doing to me, all the service, all this resource energy should go. She should spend for my wife. That is for Preethi's wife, Preethi's mother. So let me pass off. So that was 3 4 days before on a meditation. I got this Guruji transiting that. So and one day before she spoke, and next day morning he passed away very peaceful in sleep. In fact, when we looked at his body, many of them said he looks like as if he's smiling and alive.
yeah, many people asked us, "Did you check? Did the doctor check properly?" Because he was glowing. He was very much glowing.
He had actually kept it in the eyes because her elder brother was coming from Jamshedpur. So, but still, it looked like he was still very fresh and Guruji takes. That's where, in short, what we can say is Guruji is not given how to live life. He also says how to powerfully die also, because he teaches us that very powerfully. Not just for us, for people, immediate people around us also. In fact, that's where he told in the recent retreat, no, Isaac, he said that, no, all of you keep smiling and carry this smile till your death, even after your death. So I think these teachings are laid tremendous foundation for us to live life and be happy with death also. In fact, once she had vertigo, uh, very rarely we hesitate and call, but vertigo, spinning hota hai, thoda tension hota hai. So I called up
Many
Guruji.
years back.
I called up Guruji and I asked him, Guruji, so when I call up Guruji, Guruji invariably asks about people, my father-in-law, mother-in-law, everybody asked. Then jaldi batao kya hua, tell me what happened. I'm busy. So I said, Guruji, Prithi has got. I was hesitating and I told her, I know it's a small thing, vertigo, and I knew I'm going to get blasted, and actually I got blasted. So he said, you're disturbing me for such small thing. Vertigo is not even a disease. You're disturbing me. I've got so many serious patients here, and you are such small thing you're disturbing. What will be the worst case scenario? She will die now. Let her die now. He said this. So I said, okay, sorry, Guruji. Then he left. And Guruji's scolding is also ruthless compassion. And that same call, no, towards the end, he's so peaceful. He said that, okay, don't worry, everything will be all right. You go, you be peaceful. He always tells me one thing, be peaceful. So he said he winds up the contract. Same conversation where he blasts me. He winds up also peacefully saying that, don't worry, be peaceful, everything will be all right. So that's how Guruji is full of compassion, full of love. I was one of those who asked a lot of questions to Guruji, and I used to take any opportunity go sit with him. So many times Guruji will say, "Jao, time ho gaya, jao, go back." Then I used to sit with Guruma and talk, and Guruma used to listen to me, and she used to ask me also something nicely. We used to talk. I remember one of the incidents Guruji told me to go long time back, and suddenly he came, "Abhi tak tum gaya nahi?" So Guruma only saved me. She said, no, no, he's talking to me. We are discussing. So Guruma only. So Guruma does a lot of such saving act, and she's actually given lot of solace to us.
Yeah, when Guruji blasts, especially I have received lot of blastings from Guruji, It is Guruma only who comes and moderates. Like so much, lots of we are really indebted to her. And she will also give us a perspective. "क्यों तुम लोग ये करो, वो करो," like that. She'll give us that advice also. So even Guruma is very powerful. If you ask me, like, she's got lot of. It's just that she underplays her. Actually, she's got a lot of guidance. To her guidance, for us also, she's guided a lot of things. Lot of gratitude to Guruma, and she's an amazing host. You know, Anybody who goes to her place, she takes care of them. And as usual, Guruji and Guruma are someone who are like, you give them anything, they will enjoy. So that's what I realized. They're very peaceful and very this thing about not fussy about ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, only these food should be available, nothing like that. So they made. In fact, I'm not a great cook, but because Guruji's presence in our life, has I think I have improved a lot. Today I can cook for a lot of people also. I'm not scared. So a lot of that fear, the one more thing is Guruji has made me fearless. So that is something. Otherwise, in lockdown, 8 months, I can't believe I could live alone for 8 months. And that is possible only because Guruji somewhere, that's the presence in our life. He has taken care. And Guruji is one person who will never say "मैंने किया है," I did it. Never he would say that. It is for us to understand and realize that it is Guruji's work, subtly, invisible work in
Yeah,
our life.
almost a lot of it his acts are invisible, very, very.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of people would ask us, "Oh, Guruji is there. Why he's not doing this? Why he's not doing that?"
Yeah,
But
that's
not a single time we face so many challenges in our life. We had crisis, we had financial issues, everything, but not a single time, we thought of something like that. So we feel very good about it. So much of clarity, uh, it's because of his practices, because of self healing and where Guruji says self healing is equivalent to meditation. So it is equivalent to meditation. Like lot of insights come through your self healing when you do that regularly. And, there's a lot of peace within the family.
I, I have one more incident of it. I used to have a lot of pain in the initial stage when I met Guruji, from shoulder to, and as soon as I wake up. So I go to Guruji, I tell him that, and Guruji says, pour hot water, it get all right. So when you take bath, do that, you will get all right, and do self healing also. So twice it happened. Right, the third time again, I told him, Guruji, I'm doing that also, but I'm self healing, but still it is paining. So that time he got very well, and he said that, what you're saying, pain, body pain. Do you know how much pain I get after healing? I really was in tears. I felt here is someone who's taking pains of others. I am complaining about some body pain which I have no reason about, and he takes up pains of people. When he heals, no, I've told Guruma has told that kabhi kabhi wo healing karke so jata hai. He sleeps for quite some time. So much pain he takes of people. What we are complaining about these kind of pains. I still remember that. So we really don't feel like asking about small things like headache, pain, body pain, or even your cancer also. He's given enough tools for us to handle now. He's really equipped us like commandos. We can handle anything. Anything is possible for us.
Very true. So many important things you've covered. Thanks for that. You're able to hear me, right? Yeah, the question I have for you is you spoke a bit about resistances and making a list of the resistances that you've encountered, some 150 plus or so. How does one go about the process of identifying these resistances? And then, having once identified, how does one start healing or removing those resistances? Because this is something I feel that would be important for our viewers to understand, that how they can remove blocks within themselves and outside themselves. So if you could elaborate a bit about that, that would be good.
Okay, I'll tell you one of the things I identified. I have fear of water, and I got I realized that's one of my resident area which is not allowing me to go and learn swimming or anything. So in one of the trekking time we had gone to one beach for adventure sport, and everybody in the group, all our friends went. But then they said, no, no, you should come. It was a thing in the beach, the ride. I went to for a banana ride. It's called the banana ride, and I did not know that. The first they said, no, you should come. We are all there with you. Nothing will happen to you. So something in me said, anyway, I have fear of water. So now a lot of friends are there. Everybody, we have a scuba diver. We have a good swimmer in our team. So let's go and something told me, let me go. At the most, what will happen? I will get drowned or anything. So that thing, I just put the life jacket and went for that thing. Went for the ride, and I did not know in that ride when he makes you wave your hands, and he is going to topple you in the middle of the sea. I did not know that. So when I then as usual, sab log haath utao, I did that and he toppled it. So I for when I got into in the mixie, I thought I am drowned. Like I something happened. Like it was an accident. By accident, I got drowned. But then, at that point, I still remember when that drowning, all I did was, something told me, tap your feet. So I did the tapping feet and I came up. And meantime, there was another guy who did not know swimming and who was struggling, pushed me down again when I came up. Currently, he used me as a thing, support, and he pushed me down. This time, my life jacket went up, and I was there I was going down, and I could see, that that God is there to take care of me. That feeling, kind of a feeling came, and suddenly I don't know how I came up. I don't know how, but the jacket was that thing came up to my head like. So then immediately they took me to the boat and all that stuff. Because when I came back to the shore, Advait, you will not believe, it looked like some thick layer around my body went away. I was feeling so light. That feeling of resisting not to go in water, I could overcome there. And when we did that list of resistance area, best is Guruji's formula. First, you should remember the Guruji's formula. What he says: infinite love will go through you only when you give up your resistance. Many times, I used to have resist people coming home for food because I'm not a great cook and all that stuff. So then Venki said, you must address this area. You should invite people. You should never mind. You go through the grind. At the most, if it doesn't come out very well, we will order it. So that's how then that area today, anybody coming home, I know what to do because I overcome that. Likewise, if so sometimes, I don't feel like going for my run. So he would say, if you don't feel like going, no, you must go now. So I think like we should have support system for that also. Like I said, when I told I will not complain, I took my entire family into a, brought that structure, saying that I've taken given this word to Guruji. So the help also comes from your environment. It cannot be only you. So when you have we should have some friend circle. We should have people in the house who will encourage you to give it up.
Yeah, even walking, I was not a fitness guy at all. I've never exercised in my life. Even yoga, she's a fitness freak in family, or brother also, but they are part of some marathon and all earlier, younger age. So my mother-in-law, father, they all walk. For me, walking was never, fitness itself was not there. Exercise, walking also was not. But later stages, I realized that this is one area if we start addressing it. Not that one is I was not heavyweight also for me to have some motivation to walk. So then it so happened that I realized that if I have to break this, I need to do small steps. I started doing walking within home, 8 walking. Then I started doing within the compound. It so happened, you won't believe, Advait, today people call me I walked 8, 9 kilometers, 11 kilometers in Ahmedabad from airport till certain place. Then in Chennai also I walked about 7 kilometers. And in Bombay from airport to my place I walked about, that's about 11 kilometers. I walked many, just it's just like it's become like I feel like walking, I'll walk. So that's come, I think I probably identified that, that I was I thought I'm fit. I don't need any of the exercises in walking. Then I started enjoying walking. That today I'm able to, and I feel that walking is also keeping me pretty fit.
Even when you have some misunderstanding with a friend or something and you don't feel like calling her, you do remember all the good things about that friend but you don't feel like calling. So then one of us would say no, you break that pattern, call. At the most, yeah, the other person will not pick up the call or other person will pick up or whatever it is. Don't be outcome oriented. When resistance, I think addressing resistance very important is you should not look for results, you should just address it. Whatever is your issue, whatever is the thing, just address it. But if you are again looking for results, then again you are looking for, that will lead you to upset also sometimes. So if it's fulfilled, it's okay, but otherwise if it's not fulfilled, it's upset. So you should always be addressing it, only on the addressing front.
So both of us, that's what we do. Like as recent as even the Holika Dan hua tha na, just 2 days before Holika, what is it?
There.
Holika Dahan, which just happened 2 days back. I'm a homebird. I prefer more staying at home. And so she likes to meet people, and so she and her mother are wanting to go for Holika. So I thought I'm going self-healing and let me heal. Then she said, if you come, you can come. No, just it's within the compound. And I realized probably I think I should go. I should go meet people, talk to people. I just moved on. So that's how we. I keep saying that anything which you don't feel like, do it. That's how we do. Both of us.
Anything if you are in comfort zone, it needs to be addressed. Anything you're saying, I'm okay with this. I'm like, most of us, I see people, I'm okay with this. I'd like to do this only. I'm not feel like doing, such words when it comes in your speech, it means it needs to be addressed. I don't feel like doing, I don't feel like coming, I don't feel like talking. Then you better feel like talk. So that's the best way to address your resistance.
So something about even boredom, I always say that moment you say you're bored, I always say that you're not bored with any external factors. You're bored with yourself.
Mhm.
That's boredom. You will never say you're bored. The moment you say bored, you're bored with yourself. So there's no external factor you're bored with.
Actually, you should be so happening within yourself that you should enjoy your company more. That's what I realized in that 8 months. Like, people are so scared that what happened, like, she doesn't stay alone and all that. But at quite a point of time, oh, I'm enjoying so much. Why these people are disturbing me? Why they're all calling me to Chennai? It came like that. So I got present to that. So I think in solitude, you learn a lot of things. You learn a lot of, you start valuing things. You don't take things for granted. This is something we learned it from Guruji.
Most
You don't think,
importantly, you take care of yourself in solitude.
yeah, you take care of
You
yourself.
know that you have to take care of yourself.
And Guruji's best thing is, one of the things is self-love. You cannot love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. It's the same way, when you want to be complaint free, you should not complain your head. Complain. If you don't complain to others, you can pretend by not complaining. But what about your own thoughts? How are you going to deal with it? So those aspects are very important. So we need freedom within us. Forget about our environment. If we are free, then lot of things we are giving lot of scope for the divine nature to use us for this journey. So that's what we realize, that you have to be having less baggage. In fact, no baggage in life. Be free flowing, and free flowing can come only when you want to give. Why Guruji? How Guruji can love so many people? These are questions I used to ask myself. How Guruji can love so many people? Because he doesn't expect anything. He's only giving what all he knows. He's given. You ask him, you go ask him, you tell him something. Guruji, what about this? I don't know. It must be good. I don't know about it. So what is he's not taking ownership for which he doesn't, which he does not know. So all you have to do is just follow the same thing, what Guruji has just observed and follow it in your life and find it out in what best way we can adapt it into our day-to-day practices. So more introspection is very important, or talking with friends, how one can address it. So, creating a structure will help people to go overcome resistance. And very important is being grateful also. We have to be very grateful for everything. Like when you are grateful for even smallest thing, that lot of peace you experience. It's immense peace. Like you're taken care by so many people around you. We cannot say that I am doing it. Moment you are say I am doing it, then you're getting into a vicious circle. So you're being used by the higher power. So if
So
I'm
in fact,
doing,
this entire KMG Connect, no, we are just channels. Guruji's grace is flowing through. That's what he's making us speak. All his grace, basically, it's all his blessings and grace because he's given us. You can say he says his blessings, his higher soul's blessings, his guru's blessings through us. Then he's given initiation, not one, two initiation. He's given us Guru Mantra, Om Shanti or Om Namah Shivaya. I think self-healing is given us. Three healings, the three high octave healings. He's given us enough things. I think he's given us enough things to be self-empowered and propel ourselves to the next stage.
and for us, Om Shanti and Om Namah Shivaya. I like once I remember Guruji saying that that in Om Shanti is lot of healing is being put, so that when you say Om Shanti, you will feel lot of peace. Then I got a cue from that. Okay, you can make your own coinage, like So for in that way, I made like I tell myself when I say Om Shanti, I am peaceful, my environment is peaceful, my world is peaceful. So that's the meaning for me, Om Shanti is. Then when I am saying Om Namah Shivaya, it means I have put forth whatever my point is and I am detached. So by the meaning for Om Shanti and Om Namah Shivaya for me is that. So I could that's why when I in my communication I ensured that Om Shanti and then I ended up with Om Namah Shivaya. So these
So,
things all from Guruji only we picked it up,
so anything which we are sitting for prayer, praying for somebody, like recently we prayed for somebody's health, we pray means we start with Om Shanti, pray for them, wind up with Om Shanti, Om Namah Shivaya, so that it's detached, desireless.
Yeah.
So we just living it. We wind up with Om
Not expecting results. We should not expect what results we want, because I feel God's plan is grander than ours. So we should leave to the God's plan. We may not get it also, but maybe something better plan is there waiting for us.
Another thing, Advait, we want to say is that Guruji's affirmations, no, I am divine soul, I am strong, powerful, I am wisdom. Those beautifully listed affirmations with Guruma starting with Om Shanti, winding up with Om Namah Shivaya. Every day we play it and then do the self healing. So with everything that's in the background, and we keep doing the self healing, and it's in a continuous loop. So one anana first self healing. This keeps going on.
This thought came to me once Venkat was telling when we gave up this opportunity for this interview. And he's saying, I don't know what to tell about healing. I don't even remember what Guruji did to me, or the way people come up with different experiences after healing. So I do not know anything. So I feel somewhere that aspect of this thing is missing in me. I've missed it out somewhere for not being very conscious. So then this thought came to me, don't worry, you play for every chakra Guruji's message. Then you will get in touch with you. Will feel Guruji only is healing you each and every chakra. So I don't know what was his experience. I do not know, but
What happened is Dr. Vatsal used to send this. No, every day he used to send. So the book reading, we are part of the book reading club. So we read the book reading. Every day when I open the book reading, I play this music. It keeps playing, and I keep reading. I keep reading the book. So this keeps playing, and I keep reading the book.
and
So
the
the background, the messages. I'm sorry, the daily messages. Sorry, not the book reading. Daily messages, which everybody sends. Guruji said we have to read each one of them, because then you connect with people. Then you know who is who, whose photograph, because tomorrow when you meet them, you should know them. That's what Guruji tells us. So when I put this message, I opened this Dr. Vatsal's message. That audio keeps playing, and I read all the messages. That's how that next thing came to using it for self-healing.
And I used to wonder, Adreji, why Vatsal is putting this thing every day. Till when this thing when we had our first global satsang, we had our healing and then this affirmations followed by affirmations video, and I was keeping my hand for which I continue to heal, keeping when that affirmation was playing. You won't believe there is a totally a different feeling happened in me. And during that healing session, I saw again the same thing. Guruji removing a root-like thing from my Vishuddhi. So I do not know the significance, but one thing I got present is I'm freely communicating with people. Like again, I'm not holding back any communication. Earlier, I would hold back communication, not necessarily, not it. But I realize I'm doing freely. I'm talking freely my viewpoint, expressing my viewpoint. So that I could get present to after that global satsang thing. And that's how we started off with the Guruji's affirmation video. I mean, audio in for each and every chakra in self healing, and it is really amazing. I actually we invite everyone to follow that, at least once to experience that because it's a very different feeling. And I'm also watching my mother doing that, and I could see her skin improving every day.
I wanted to tell about the morning wake up. We met Guruji in Hyderabad retreat, and we were saying that we want to wake up every day 3:30. So Guruji says, "Why you are not able to wake up? What is the reason? Because only if you wake up in the 3:30 morning meditation, only his output is good. You have to get up." So and he earlier days used to say sleep early. So we tried that sleeping early, still the waking up 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It doesn't happen. Somehow Guruji's grace prevailed. We kept telling him, and then now we are able to wake up by 3:30, and I think it's going. And morning, he says, no, morning meditation, the output is much better. Yeah. He always says the morning meditation output is good. So that's why you should.
That is also one of the resistant areas for us. Oh, get up in the morning if you don't feel
you'll feel groggy,
and the whole day work gets disturbed and all that. So that we overcome. He said, never mind to feel groggy. It's okay.
Whatever time we get up, we'll wake up, do self-healing, do meditation, and then maybe if you're feeling sleepy, we can sleep. But we do that. We ensure that because Guruji has said this, you continuously do meditation 80 days, then 81st day you miss. Then you have to restart.
Back to zero.
So he says back to zero, you start. So maintain that continuity. In fact, one of the retreat users, 90 days, anybody's done meditation continuously. I still remember only Preto's hand raised. She only rose her hand. I don't think anybody else. So 90 days continuous. Guruji says about continuity. That's why he speaks. It is very important to maintain this continuity. And his own experiences and challenges, my God, so many things. What is Guru? And he says, I didn't have a Guru. I had to do all by myself. After that, my Guru left. In your case, we are all lucky to have. So that's what he expects us 100% to go beyond him. We have to be better than him. That's what his vision is.
The resistance area, I have one more thing.
Please.
In our date, like in our the very fact we are born itself, there is something we need to forgive people. There is some payback, whatever issues we go through or crisis we go through in life. It's because of something, because we have done something in the past, and that's why we are crossing that path in the present life. So one of the best way to address or overcome whatever crisis or challenges in life is to practice forgiveness. We all need to practice forgiveness because whatever we've done in the past, we do not know what it is, but when we keep forgiving people and when we keep letting it go out of us, I think the challenge, the crisis, everything, the intensity of it also reduces very to a drastic level. It just happens like this is our personal experience when it comes to relationship, the kind of things which happen in between us, and today we are living like our friends. Really, are you guys really happy or living for the sake of living? So when we see people around us, they say, most of them, say, we are sustaining our relationship because we have a child. Because we have a child, we have to live with each other. Today, we don't have to say all that. It's a choice we are living together, not we are not bounded by, child or not. So in short, I think what is important is being forgiving, and forgiveness is ongoing. It's not one day or one ek baar kiya to ho gaya. It's ongoing. And when you really forgive, you can really you can see the relationship altering in your environment. You can see that. So with lot of conviction, I can say, because this is something we followed, and we are very grateful to our friend who introduced us to this practice. When we went through this, she said she gave me that, she gave the background. The very fact we are going through this, it's something you would have done in the past, no? So do this practice. So we just surrendered, and we started doing those practice. In fact, we do forgiveness practice as a group. If people in our some of our friends have job issues or anything, we will all group together, and we used to practice that. So so the best, besides, like, of course Guruji has given everything, but Guruji also once said, regarding to this formula, I is equal to b by r, when there is resistance, even he cannot uh,
Even he
heal.
cannot reach.
If you're completely, open, with your openness, he can heal very fast. See, for Guruji can do it, but he also has some guidelines of how he should heal people. It's not that he can reverse a problem, but why would he reverse a problem to a patient who is resisting first? So the 25% that work we should do, 75% is doing for us. So even he has his guide. Like, for why I'm saying this is, when we used to tell about Guruji to a lot of people, and some like few friends did not follow and all that, we used to get little upset about it. So Guruji says, no, not to get upset. There are people, uh, like, come to me, like, assigned who will come. Only those people will come to me.
People who are destined
So,
only will come to me. In fact, he tells, when I introduced Guruji in both the educational institutions, it was me who introduced Guruji. So I went Gaga or Guruji, and Guruji called me aside and told me, "Don't promote me, don't sell me. People who are destined will come to me, don't promote." So he has told this guidelines never to see, people are wanting, they will come on their own. They will read the book or they'll ask you and then they'll come.
so it is from that cue, I say that forgiveness practice really helps you, empties you rather.
That makes you light actually.
I
That
will.
one more point comes to my thing regarding affirmations. Like, when I was having when I was diagnosed with the tuberculosis, when the doctor said that you have tuberculosis of lungs, so we are sending your test to 4 different places, so that for your conviction. So that time immediately we did one more step, was when he sent like, as an affirmation, Preethi's TB,
AB,
AB,
ABG,
ABIG,
ABG test is negative.
ABG test is negative. So people, whoever reads that message, already reads that, with the conclusion saying that my tests are negative.
So I used our mobile, and my mobile must have sent to about 1,000 people. So I think everybody read this, Preethi's ABG test is negative. So 1 week later it came negative. So I don't know whether that's the miracle, but it happened.
So thank you, Preeti and Venkat. It was really nice to be able to hear your story. It was so moving, right from the point you met Guruji and how that entire experience changed your outlook and perspective towards life, and how not just both of you, but how it all impacted people around you in a positive way. So it's really very moving. So thank you so much for sharing all of this from the bottom of my heart. And thanks to Guruji and Guruma for giving us this wonderful platform where we can have a collection of such important experiences that's going to help people, whether they are in KMG or outside KMG, in the time to come. So thanks a lot, and really hope that what we've heard today from this on this interview from you is something people are able to internalize and use into their day-to-day life as they deal with numerous life challenges. So great. I'm really short of words. I can just say thank you and much gratitude. Om Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om
Thank you,
Shanti.
Guruji. Thank you,
Thank you.
Guruma. Om
Om Shanti.
Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you to all KMGNs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.